dude's a lot bigger than you. Like, what did you learn from doing that? How did you adapt to dealing with a guy 60 pounds heavier than you head up?
Honestly, it was one of my favorite things to do. I like being down in the trenches. So, I mean, if I got to play a 3 tech, 5 tech, that's what I'm gonna do. But it was just like it was just learning. Coach Haycock, had an amazing defense, helped everybody build together, and we became the best defense in the Big 12. And it just helped me with like a lot of key components, and it just helped me open my eyes throughout the game.
How did you win in those situations? How did you win against guys that size?
Just studying film, watching the lineman, watching what the tackle guard centers do, hand signals, just like eye movements, where they was going, and just just working on my technique. If you had your hand down, in the 3 down front, you got to be tough, and so that's what I had to come with every down.
So eye movements, you're seeing them start to look to the left or something like that. Like, oh, they're
Yeah.
running that direction.
Yep.
You could use that to your advantage.
Yep, just like that too in formations, and like what they like to do out of formations. You just kind of want to steal that information. You want to do everything you can with it.
Will, obviously, you're going to have your hands. What do you think? How do you think that's going to translate to the NFL as a quarterback in the NFL?
I'm gonna keep my same mentality. There's never anybody that's too good or too bad. So, I mean, I'm just gonna use everything I got to my advantage, and I'm gonna try to do the same thing that I've been doing throughout, my career.
Where have you been finding teams in the meetings with them are interested in using you, or some of the questions they have regarding what position you might want to play?
I would say maybe like a little bit of linebacker, but like rushing most of the time, getting a couple drops, coverage, just kind of being like the versatile type of player. I feel like teams will use me, and they can use me in basically any way they can. I'm a versatile type of player. I can play almost every position, on defense. Um, Probably not the zero, obviously, but I could definitely be that versatile type of player. So whatever teams want to use me, how they need to use it, that's what I'm gonna do.
Do you have the foundation in pass rush, like that you try to base everything off of when you try to set things up?
I'm trying to master it, to be honest. You know, it's people that's good. They can do this and they can do that, but like I'm trying to like master the art of like pass rush and my run game, and drop coverages. I don't want to like just focus on my pass, but that's one thing that I do want to master. I don't like just want to go up and just like do what I want to do, but you know I. I always have a plan to my pass rush. I always have a counter. I always have a counter on top of that counter, and I just want to be relentless to get to the QB.
When you're seeing a like a process that moves like your two hands away, take us through like your process, like developing some pass rush plans, like other guys in the NFL that you kind of model like your game after.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Von Miller, Max Crosby, the Bosa's, TJ them, just all of them. Everything that they got in common is smooth, and smooth is fast, and so, and like they're all like basically like relentless, and so I want to take all of that, and I wanted to put it together. I also did a little bit of martial arts, jujitsu. I played a little bit of soccer. I was a goalie, and basketball, and I use that for quickness. So I put all four of those components together, and I kind of just made this type of player.
I know you met with the Steelers a little bit at the Senior Bowl. Have you got the chance to get to talk with them at all here? And then, like, what would it be like kind of playing with, alongside TJ Watt and Alex Osborne, Cam Newton, guys that you familiar with on the last side of the year?
It'd just be an honor to play with those type of dudes. Those are the type of dudes that I did look up to. I was also inspired, by the game that they played, and so, I just kind of want to like, I wanted to like imitate them, but I wanted to do it in my way, so uh, I can create a big legacy, and I can help people get to their best potential. Just like me, I'm trying to get to my biggest potential, so I want to help other people get to their biggest potential.
Will, you talked about growing from those other sports. You talked about your potential. All the way back to Waukesha North High School, you were not an NFL prospect kind of guy. Can you
Nah,
spin back to that part of your athletic development and where you are now?
I mean, yeah, I was a big basketball dude. I was always into basketball. I didn't really care too much about football, but coach, my coach back in high school, Matt Harris, he's coming after me, like every other like day to like ask me to come play football. I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And so one day I went out. He asked me if I can catch. I'm like, yeah, I can catch. And I go out there catch some balls. And then, um, he asked me. He said, he like, all right, can you get down and try to get around this tackle? It was our first string tackle. I'm like, all right, bet. And so we get down in the stands. I'm like, he said, get down in the stands. I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? And so I asked him if he could serve. He an old, 40, 50-year-old dude. And so I asked him if he could serve. He said, just put your hand down and just try to get around. So I'm like, all right. And so I get down, and I don't know what move I do. Maybe like a rep move, to get around the tackle. He was like, hold on, do that again. Because I end up winning the rep. And then the second time, he told me to just do whatever. So I tried to mix it up, but I ended up doing the same move. And I ended up winning it again. He was like, hold up, do that one more time. And so I ended up, beating him 3 times. And then that's when we figured out, I was a pass rusher. So I just kind of like developed my game from there, tried to master it.
And so from that stage, when did you realize maybe, hey, this could be a path to become a professional player?
I would say more into like my college years, maybe like my first year of college and leading to my second. Um, you know, in like my high school years, I still was kind of developing. I was really just trying to get my education, out of that, because my junior year, that's when I first got my scholarship from Iowa State, and I committed to them as soon as I got it, and then all the other schools started coming. But after that, I was really focused on my education, because if it was one thing, if it was one thing I wanted to get my education out of that. And so, that was like a big thing for me. And so if I didn't end up doing that, I was gonna go to the Army, and I was gonna try to support my family that way. But obviously, I was able to get I was able to get this new opportunity in life and do something with it.
Based on your multi-sport experience in high school, what would you say maybe to kids you think that the specialization and going the one sport route is a better way of developing into a football player? What would you say as a proponent of
I would just say, just approach everything the same way. Stay humble and be relentless in like what you want to do. Don't look at things. If you have like a bad rep or like a bad day, don't look at it as like the worst case scenario. It's gonna be things in life, that's gonna happen. But you just gotta stay disciplined and stay poised. And that's one thing that little ones, they gotta learn a little bit early. They don't have the type of people around them, type of friends. I kind of been on both sides, and it's not good, here, and it's not good there. So I also want to tell them to have the right people around them, the right positive system, and just do what they need to do.
Will, you worked with Coach Covington at the Senior Bowl at the
Yeah.
Patriots coach. What was it like working with him? What was your impression?
That was a great honor. I learned a lot of things from him. Coming from Iowa State, and just like watching the film that we was going over, he gave me like a lot of examples that I needed, to key things, doing like the Senior Bowl and everything, and like with practice. But it was a great honor to be around him. He taught me a lot of things, helped me open up a lot of things, in the NFL that I didn't know. But yeah, it was just a great honor to be around him.